Sweet. All right. Episode 8. Okay, so welcome back, you guys, to the Nexon Show. My name's Akash. I'm with my friend Sajith, and we are going to do a breakdown of our top 5 moments in WandaVision Episode 8. We've actually done live watches and other videos related to WandaVision and also Falcon. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, then, subscribe, hit the like button, let us know what you like and don't like. And we'll try to give out more. Let's get right into it. Sajid, how do you want to do this? What's the top 5 here? Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So what we'll do is that, we just watched the episode and we'll just go over the things that we really liked and we'll go them moment by moment. Akash will do his 5th item and then I'll go and do my 5th item and we'll just cross-checking our notes and let's see where that goes. And hopefully this is a short and sweet video on that topic.
Sweet. Okay. So I should disclaim, I have a disclaimer here. I'm not too confident in my top 3. I don't know. It was a little difficult this time because I feel like there were not certain moments, but like certain things we learned. So I'm going to preface that, okay? Or I'm going to preface with that. But anyways.
Yeah, it was a difficult list to make. It was a difficult list to make, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So number 5 for me, was Wanda. We found out that how Wanda exactly got her powers. Like, we actually saw the scene where she got her powers. We saw the Mind Stone coming to her and, doing all that stuff. And then we saw I didn't really do that. We found out that she was born as a witch, but it was amplified with that. And that she's doing like crazy magic on witch standards.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's that moment absolutely crushed it. But I actually had to take that out of my list because for other crazy shit that happens.
Wow.
That just tells you how crazy this episode was. Is that was an amazing moment and that gave me goosebumps. But I had to leave that out of the list. So,
dang.
Having said that, my actually 5th item on the list is pretty similar. Thing that happens there is that when it is revealed that Wanda is doing chaos magic and that she is Scarlet Witch, that's when.
Oh, that's true.
That's when I feel like WandaVision became Scarlet Witch's. So that's the big reveal comes to an end.
Yeah, that's a good point. That set the precedent for like she is like. We can assume like I said this before, like it insinuates that there's like some kind of lore that there's some kind of witch with like insane power,
right,
much above the level of other witches, and that she is that.
Yeah, it's crazy. That I don't know if they are gonna do it like the Phoenix Force route where Jean Grey does not actually have Phoenix Force. It is an entity that is actually Jean Grey is someone who can actually control that entity and use that as her own powers.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing the same thing with the Scarlet Witch, but it would be pretty interesting to see where that goes. One thing that I did notice, which was also on the list, was that when they were showing that whole Salem witch trials, the mother that Agatha was talking about, she had like a crown on her head that looked like the Scarlet Witch's helmet, So I was like, maybe she was the Scarlet Witch before and then she died.
Oh, well, dang. If that's true, if she was a Scarlet Witch, she was taken out with ease by Agatha. So that would almost...
It just
okay, yeah, cool.
Like it.
Okay, yeah, fair. I was going to say, that would dilute the meaning of being a Scarlet Witch then because, All right, number 4, okay? I think this is cool because it gave us some answers for the previous, and this was the origin of the sitcom. All the sitcoms we saw Oleg, her dad would bring him home, and they had a great, great like family movie time, staying at night before they got blown up. That was crazy, but yeah, that was great. I love that we got to see the reason for that.
Yeah, that was amazing moment, and for some reason I don't even have that in my list. It's wild how different your and my list are, but that's the part of this episode. It's just like it had so many things to consider, and I love it. It's for me, my 4th is pretty it is in similar situation. It is not just the sitcom. It's just like the whole childhood scenario and the
Mhm.
fact that Wanda already had witch powers and all of that. That is the moment where it's like, yeah, this is something that is absolutely cool because we didn't have any of the Avenger or anyone who was born with any kind of power, you know. So Wanda is probably the first one confirmed in
Yeah.
MCU to be born with powers
Oh,
now.
that's a great point. Yeah, that's a great point. I guess actually it's funny because if we say that Doctor Strange is a magician, which should be like the same thing as a witch or like in the same vein. And he said, I'm pretty sure he said that anyone can practice magic. You just have to
Yeah.
like practice it and know where to study and stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. That kind of magic that the Doctor Strange does, it is not witch magic where you are using like this witchy kind of powers. It's probably,
Mm.
different because Doctor Strange is doing like sorcerer. Uh,
Mm.
I don't even know what's the difference. I'm just
Yeah.
I just feel like there is probably some sort of difference because whatever Doctor Strange is
Yeah.
doing, like you mentioned, they are reading in shit ton of books to figure those things out. So there's probably a huge
Mm.
difference. Which probably probably have innate power that comes in when they are born and they
Yeah.
amplify their power with more readings because Agatha did mention she read shit ton of things, but she was not able to
That's
do
true.
anything that Wanda was able to do even after a bunch of readings.
That's true. I mean, she said she got killed. She almost they tried to kill her for it for reading it. It's like practicing black magic or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And she said, "Just teach me." Yeah.
Exactly. That's probably the reference to the Darkhold book that we saw in the previous episode, where it was just sitting there, like the book looked like from the one in the Evil Dead. It was there in the table.
Oh, I did not see that. That's great. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right, number 3.
Number 3.
Okay, this one was interesting because it brought up a question, and it just kind of ties things together. So, Vision in pieces. So when we saw Vision in pieces, I know at the end we found out he wasn't, or we had a little surprise at the end.
Yeah.
But when we saw Vision in pieces, it kind of brought closure to, oh, okay, he's really dead. Like they're taking him apart, maybe salvaging his parts or whatever, or trying to study him. So he's really dead. And also brought up the question of why did Hayward lie and said that she stole the body?
Yeah, because
Because he didn't do that.
Hayward is a dick, and
Okay.
he Hayward was clearly, like, when you look at that scene, he was clearly manipulating Wanda because nobody will randomly say to someone
Yeah.
like Wanda, be like, nobody has this power to bring back their loved one online or whatever. He was
Yeah.
clearly telling her, you can do this, go ahead and try. Their body is right there. That's exactly what he was saying, so that he can use her powers to bring Vision back online. Uh, and like I said, he's just a dick. He was
Yeah.
lying to other people to be able to attack Wanda or whatever. He does have a great point that
That's
Wanda is
true.
doing some crazy, like very unethical shit, but
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good, yeah, he's a dick. That's a good explanation for it.
yeah,
Yeah. He was like I loved what he said at the end. He was like, what did he say? It was like right before he was like, "Oh, that's just it. He's not yours." It's
yeah,
like, dude, come on.
exactly.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
turning those emotional knobs right in the right places.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's hear your number 3.
Oh, my number 3 is the after credit scene where we see White Vision.
Oh, nice. I had that on number. Oh, that was my number 1. Dang. Yeah,
Spoilers for Akath's list here.
that's true. That's true.
But
Yeah,
yeah, the White Vision scenario is just absolutely amazing. This
yeah.
happens in comics as well, so it's
Oh,
really
really?
cool to see White Vision.
Oh. Who is White Vision, or what's the difference?
Similar, pretty much same thing in the comics as well, where Vision is destroyed and they, like, whatever remains of the Vision, they bring it back online. But in the comics, he does not have any of the memory that the original Vision has, so he turns terrible,
Oh.
bad.
Oh shit. Well, that'll be cool to see. I kind of already got that with Ultron, but I guess it'll be cool to see. I guess.
Yeah, yeah. But in
Okay.
the comics, he does turn to real Vision later. He gets
Oh.
his memory back, or he develops.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, very cool, I guess. All right, fair enough. I feel like they should. He's a machine. He should have like backed it up somewhere. Like on a Stark server or something. It's like, hey, I'll just back up my memory, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
All
Maybe.
right. Well. All right. Number two. This is actually not. This is like chronologically incorrect because a lot of the stuff we've been covering is like near the end. But I thought number two is we found out that Agatha was super powerful. We saw Agatha's like origin story a little bit, or like maybe her turning fully into an evil witch. That was awesome. Very, very much like classical. I thought they were gonna say like, "Oh, you're a witch. We should burn you," and then they put the cuffs on her and with the magical cuffs, and I was like, "Oh, okay, these are obviously witch. So why are they getting her? Oh, black magic. That was so cool." I always cringe a little bit when there's a character who is like so much more powerful than all the rest, and then later on even that character is like trumped somehow, and I'm like, okay, come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's too powerful. But anyways, go ahead. What was yours?
Yeah. I mean, for me, the number two is nothing too action packed. It's just that moment where Vision is there to comfort Wanda. I love that scene.
What?
Yeah.
What? That's funny. I think you had even said like something during that scene, and I was just like, yeah, this is fairly pedestrian for me.
Yeah, I love that scene. It's just
Okay.
I think it hits the right emotional notes for me, that particular scene. It's just
Yeah.
I understand where Vision is coming from. I understand what Wanda is thinking, because throughout this episode, until that moment, we have seen all the trauma that she have been through, point by point, literally going through door to door to figure out exactly what she's
Yeah.
feeling at that particular moment. And
That's true.
Vision, him also coming from the same movie as Wanda came in, Age of Ultron, pretty naive. He doesn't understand his emotions, trying to comfort her and all of that. It's just, yeah, it was genuinely heartfelt. Probably one of the good MCU emotional moments.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, it was definitely a connect. Like you got to see the connection building between them, so that was nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. All right, I'll take it. But yeah, my number one was already spoiled, which is Vision being alive. That was super cool.
Yeah.
Although they got Iron Man and the Hulk, two of the greatest minds on the planet, to make Ultron, or not Ultron. Well, Ultron and Vision.
Yeah.
And then these people like were able to recreate him. I don't like that. It just makes them seem less smart, or it closes the gap between the genius of both of them and then the people working here.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's the thing with that kind of thing. It's like Einstein came up with the special relativity and general relativity, right? So anyone who rediscovers that does not mean shit because someone already did it once.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's fair.
Like if you have a blueprint, you have the full body right in front of you, and
That's a
you
good
can
point.
see exactly what connection goes where. Like if someone gives me a dead robot and gives me like the smartest scientist in the world, I can probably bring that back online too.
That's funny. That's totally fair. Yeah, I mean, certainly doesn't deserve the same accolades or the same like praise. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. That's my view on that particular scenario.
All right, let's hear it. Number one.
But number one,
Drum
I'm
roll.
very surprised that you actually did not even bring this up.
Oh wow, yeah, let's hear it.
The fact that Wanda created the entire town and manifested Vision
Yeah,
out of thin air, like that
that's
whole
fair.
start of the show, how did it happen and all of that. It's just mind-boggling.
That's true. I guess that one was cool, but I was like, I kind of glanced over it because we kind of already knew that at this point. So it's like, it's not that much of a surprise. I'm actually really curious as to what the hell is going to happen to the kids once this charade whatever ends. I'm very curious actually.
Yeah, we'll definitely find out in the season finale for sure.
Nice. Well,
Awesome.
Well, that's it for me.
Yeah, it was great to do this one. I loved it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I guess that's all from this particular episode.
Yeah.
And if you guys like that, give that like button a click and also subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See ya.